AI is not nearly as powerful as the tech bros would have you believe. Don't get me wrong, I think it's still the most significant technology we've seen in decades, if not forever. But this whole narrative that's going to replace everything and the doom of the world, this is not the case. It does have a significant impact on development, though, but not in the way that you would think. It's changing development in that it's creating a new layer of abstraction on top of our current technology stack. As such, we are getting, if you use it properly, you have to use it properly, we're getting hyper-productivity, but there's a lot of work to be done with the AI stacks, as I like to call it, to get it to the point where we have a codified, we have a known system, we have a system that works, a way of doing things. So let me explain, let me back it up. So I cut my teeth as a professional dev in the early 90s, mostly the web stack, although I've done other types of development as well. And in the early days of the web stack, there's a lot of discombobulation with it. Kind of reminds me of AI today, in the sense that nobody was exactly sure how to do it. And there was new standards that were being put forth on a regular basis. And there was battle between standards in terms of how to build web apps, what were the dominant languages, more importantly, what were the dominant methodologies or principles. So for example, early web apps, they made heavy use of just custom flat file databases. That was very common. And then slowly SQL-based databases crept into the scene. They went from having Model 1 type of applications where basically the view code and the logic, business logic code were interwoven with each other. Eventually this matured into MVC, Model View Controller, where you have a separation of your model, your views, and then you'd have a controller layer which would broker the interaction between the model, which is the business logic database and so forth, and your views, right? That's the way to do it ultimately. I could go on for an hour about how things evolved. I was there, I lived it, I experienced it. Let me tell you, it was a mess. It was a mess. It took several years before the development community figured out what to do. Even, for example, just in Java. I remember I was deep into Java. I remember they came out with Java 2 Enterprise Edition, and then they had version 2 and 3 and EJBs 1, 2, and 3. That was a goddamn mess. So eventually the community figured out how to create a distributed application architecture with Java. Spring Boot has dominated that. There were previous frameworks like Struts and what was the other one? Tapestry. I was so disgusted with the Java bloat that I created my own Java MVC framework. So I had my components, my widgets for UI building. I had my data access layer. I had my validation objects, etc., and so forth. So anyhow, it took years to consolidate all these things. We finally figured out what was going, and the market exploded. So we're at that 1996 stage with AI now. We're still figuring out how to do it. We're getting these lofty claims, just like in the dot-com era, dot-com boom era. You know, pets.com is an example. Everybody, pets.com, it was worth more than all pet sites put together, pet stores, which was ridiculous because I had come from the pet business. I knew pet.com was a disaster. Anyway, so we're going to have, what was the term? Fits and starts. Things are going to work. Some things are not going to work. People are going to make mistakes. Companies are going to go bankrupt. So I expect all these things to happen in the AI space. But let me just say, it's still the key. Just like people who were early adopters of the web, non-nerds like me who jumped in and saw the opportunity and I became a nerd, opportunities were just being hurled at me like there was no tomorrow. And like a fool, I only took advantage of a small fraction of it. But that's where we are now with AI. AI is like the new web, it's the new tech. It's replacing and pushing out the old. Again, as I mentioned in previous videos, those who adopt the new, they're going to do very well. They're going to do very well. It's interesting to see the resistance to the AI technology. especially from developers, because you figure developers who, like, for example, when React came out and Angular came out and other front-end libraries and frameworks, developers knew that this was the key, right? This is okay. This is where you want to go. You don't want to be writing vanilla JavaScript for your front ends. Before that, they would use libraries like Bootstrap to solve the inconsistencies in the browser CSS implementation for layout. It's always been a mess. Anyway, so there's a lot of resistance with regards to AI, and the reason there's resistance is because it's a big paradigm shift. And they see it as a threat to their jobs. I'm telling you, just like when Java and JSPs came out, ASPs came out, just like when those .NET came out, those technologies replaced the traditional Perl CGI type of development. And it didn't change. It changed development, but it didn't ruin development. It just changed it. Of course, I remember at the time, the Delphi programmers, the VB6 programmers, they were all belly aching. Not all, but a lot of them, and people I knew. The competent developers, they just didn't like the web. And they were pointing out the web sucks here because of this, and it sucks here, and it sucks there. And they were right about all these things, by the way. They sucked. But a technology may have lots of sucking over here, but it's so good over there that it mitigates for all the massive sucking over here. Sometimes you just got to deal with some sucking when you got a new technology come out to get to the good stuff. So AI is like that too, but that also means massive opportunity. The reason being is because a discombobulated environment allows for opportunities. Entrepreneurs know this. If you're an entrepreneur, you never want to go into a market that's well established and saturated, because then all the major gains, all the major possibilities are gone, right? Then it becomes the slow grind. Now, some people like the slow grind. There are two types of people in this world. Those who want to create systems and disrupt systems, who want to explore new things, and those who like the status quo, who really enjoy the process and executing on the process. That's why large companies rarely innovate. And that's why most of the innovation comes from new companies, because when you're in large organizations where the structure and the processes are sacrosanct, they're almost like religious edicts, it's very hard to innovate in that environment. Anyway, so we have this whole transformation of software because of AI, which leads to a whole new set of opportunities. You're seeing already these people making huge monies, developers being hired for obscene amounts of money because they're doing the new stuff. So if you're a young person under 75 years old and you are worried about the future of software development and jobs because of AI, understand your bald-headed Uncle Steph here, ancient nerd, OG. Even I understand with my crusty old brain that this stuff is really an opportunity. Just learn the new stuff. So here's the formula. So I'm going to put the formula here, the list of what you have to do to succeed in this age of AI development. First step, embrace and understand that this is not the end of software development. It is the beginning of a brand new boom in software development. Number two, understand that this is going to take time to play out. A few years, right? We're already a few years into it. We're still figuring out. You see how AI is deployed and used. They've had some major mistakes where big companies have fired everybody and then they found out the AI is oof. AI is not a replacement. It's a power tool for competent users. So when you're getting specifically into software development, you got to learn the foundations. I would say learn one or two languages. My top two choices are Python and JavaScript, although any language doesn't really matter. The key is understanding how to read and write code, understanding clean code. So that's where you should learn another skill called refactoring. Then the next skill is learning a little bit about design patterns. Design patterns are hugely important in the AI age of software development, because if you structure your AI implementations correctly, leveraging tried and true software development design patterns, your software is going to be superior. Then, of course, you got to learn the AI stack, right? You got to learn the AI stack. Very, very comprehensive. Cloud models, local models, orchestration, harnessing, RAG. There's all these concepts you got to learn. It's getting complex. So the fear I think a lot of developers have is that it's so easy, this AI, is that the typical suits or the secretary is just going to build apps. That's not true. What's going to happen is app development is going to be far cheaper, far faster. So you're going to have this thing called Jevons paradox will kick in, which means as the price and cost of developing software diminishes by a lot more software is going to be created. So instead of you as a developer working on a project for a year or 2 years to get it to market, you're working on 2 months. And then you're going to keep iterating, do new stuff. Trust me, I've seen this before. I talked about this in the 90s. I was working on a job, it was 96. Anyway, I took an old Perl CGI, old school method. I recreated the app, web app, and I recreated with the brand new stuff at the time, ASP. I was able to do something that took the previous group of developers a year and a half, something like that, maybe 12 months, I forget. And I was able to get it done in 1 month while learning the new tech. Think about that. I was able to take a year of work and turn it into 1 month while learning the new tech. And I was like a pretty greenhorn developer at the time. I had all my hair, you know. It was a very old school, young Uncle Steph, well, cousin Steph. So you had a 10x productivity gain there, at least, with this new tech. I embraced it. I was excited about it. And it gave me huge advantages. I used to refuse contracts. Any contract under 10 grand in 1990s money, I would say, get out of here, you hobo. It wasn't worth it to me. Now you got to understand, this is 1990s money, so 10 grand is worth what, 50? It'd be like 50 million today. Oh, by the way, the reason why there's inflation is simply because governments mismanage economies. That's all it is. They try to tell you this or that. It's all, no. They print money. They spend too much. They drive down the value of money. And so now your steaks, instead of being $10, your steaks are now $30. Thank you, your government. That's it. Anyway, there you go. So if you've been down, crying about the change in software development, I humbly suggest that you consider an alternate reality where there's actually massive opportunity for you if you adopt the new way of thinking, right? That's all it is, the new methodologies. My opinion is based on my decades of experience, 3 decades in fact, as a professional developer. Unlike so many YouTubers out there and so many, well, all the reporters, I guess, I actually taken several products to market. So I built lots of software for other companies, including some of the biggest companies in the world. And I've taken my own software to market. I conceived of it. I architected it. I wrote the code. I took it to market. I sold it B2B, B2C, and B2I. B2I is me, is business to institution, dealing with schools and, schools. Anyway, so my opinion is not based on some fantasy. It's based on decades of experience. So it's a good time. I'm here to encourage you, here to say, don't have kittens. This is a great opportunity if you take it. AI's power is over-exaggerated, but it's still super powerful. I think overall we might get a 35% productivity gain over the next 5 years. Overall, coding will become 10x more productive development, but we're not going to run out of jobs. I think paradoxically, it's going to, that right word? It's going to create a lot more jobs, just like when web tech became very accessible, it created a lot more jobs. Just when reaching large audiences via social media and the web became much cheaper than newspapers, magazines, and TV and radio, all of a sudden the marketing industry exploded, right? So the old school marketing jobs and business structures, but the new ones, woo, and that's what's going to happen with development. I think old school software development models, if I was a huge company in the software game, I'd be more worried about this AI situation than if I were a worker or somebody who wants to get into the game. Let me address one issue. Somebody might say, well, Steph, you're just here, bro, you're just here to sell your AI course. Well, first of all, I don't have an AI course. I have some in my mentoring program, which is it's about their whole career and everything. But UncleSteph.com, shameless shill. I move with the times, right? I am now basically saying that my coding courses, my web stack training courses have become less relevant. I think you should still learn the basics of the web stack and at least one or two programming languages. My top two choices are JavaScript, Python, because we're in the AI age. But I'm, in fact, cutting the knees off of my own program, my own identity, which I've been based on for many years now. But that's okay. I've done this several times before. It's par for the course for me. I used to do combat sports. The best fighters are very adaptable. They get in the ring. Anybody who watches MMA or boxing, they know this. Great fighters can adapt to the opponent. So they can move and, they can say, this strategy is not working. I'm going to change to this strategy and so forth, right? And same thing in business, entrepreneurship, same thing in software development in your career. Adapt to the times. So yeah, I do have coding courses. I think they're the bee's knees. I think they're still relevant, but they're just less relevant. Because you just have to have the eye. The reason you do the coding courses these days, the reason you learn JavaScript these days, the reason you learn Python these days, so you understand what the AI is doing, you're able to direct the AI. You're becoming more of an orchestrator, become more of a form person. That's the way it goes. That's the way it goes. So I don't have any AI courses yet. People have been asking me about that. Well, not to the public anyway. I think I'm going to release one to the public. Not on how to use Claude or how to use GPT, because those become dated in about 2 minutes. It's how to work with AI effectively. That's where it's going to go. Anyway, I've taken products to market several times, so my statements here and my beliefs here are based on that experience. Do what you will with it. All right, coffee time.